Okay, well, I guess let's give it a shot.
Okay, get into your ritual.
I just want
It's
to.
gonna be just trust falls.
Trust falls?
It's okay, Soren. We got you. Yeah, we got you. Like,
Yeah, you're the anchor. So you see just a very kind of neutral looking room. It looks like he hasn't really put much into it, but
We're only as strong
he's
as
got-
the weakest link.
he's
There's
got-
a sun, drawn on one side with a crayon, and then a moon on the other.
he's
And
got it
it's a
split
sliver
down
of
the
it.
middle like the Odd Couple.
it must be a human custom. It must be a human thing.
I'll put that on my
It's
data
two
log for
faces
humans.
They like to draw in crayon.
First one is first bullet points red water, and then it's like crayons.
Red water stays inside.
Yeah,
Well,
it's like
that's in parentheses. Like that's an addendum.
yeah, it's like an addendum or
Well,
an asterisk
Red water,
at the bottom.
parentheses, inside.
Inside only.
Inside only.
Capital letters.
All right, so yeah, he seems to just kind of like kind of go back down and sit, kind of cross-legged in the middle of the room.
Okay, I'm just gonna wait a while and then I'm gonna whisper. Sorry. What? Damn it. Get into your groove, man.
All right.
Get uninterrupted.
Okay.
When Soren got his groove back.
So he just moved. You see the solar mote of that silver kind of light just move down into like his lap area, and it's just kind of floating there, and he's just kind of got his eyes
I
closed,
should
leaned
be here
back.
now.
What's he doing to it?
I'm guessing.
It's private.
I mean, this is your meditation, man. So you can describe it however you imagine yourself meditating.
Cross-legged, arms like this. The mote's transformed into the sword. It's all ghostly because it's not truly there because there's no true danger. Eyes wide open, but they're alternating between bright, fiery sun and absolute pitch black. Whoa.
I'm gonna look
The
at that.
crushing singularity of a black hole.
All right, I think he's in it now.
It looks
how
it
I
looks
meditate.
different than before. So
To the side,
Okay.
a little bit.
isn't that centered? He's just off to an angle.
So now that he is kind of in a state, I should say,
He's into something.
I'm gonna bust out those circlets that I got. I'm gonna put one on Soren.
I forgot what those did.
It's
Okay.
like a mind meld.
Oh,
So I'm gonna put one on me and one on Soren.
okay.
Okay, so you put one on. You feel like this weird kind of like scratching from like the nodes on the side, and you just kind of first reflex, just kind of like, oh, what's that? And then you're just kind of like, okay, didn't do anything. So it's just like sitting there now. It's like a half kind of circlet, and it's like you can feel like about you're not sure about the count, but there's many numerous like tiny little like kind of sharp pointed ends. It seems like, it feels like anyways. And I mean, it's a very simple across the front. There's just two kind of like rectangular kind of like mounts on the ends, and it's just a thin kind of like band that runs across the front of your face.
Gotcha.
Zen nodes.
Do I have to make like an intelligence
So you
thing with these?
You just sit down with it.
Yeah, we sit back to back. I just sit behind him in crisscross applesauce.
So you're like going that way?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna opposite. I'm gonna do mirror opposite of Soren.
Okay. All right. So you kind of like lean, and you
There's the duality of the
and
universe.
just close your eyes, like trying to think back to what it felt like for the the moment that you first experienced them. Minute passes. 2 minutes. Should have kicked in by now. You open one eye and kind of like look around. Still in the same room. Squint. One more minute. Still nothing.
Maybe I tap on it or something.
You kind of tap around trying to feel. Even really quickly, just like pull it off. Look. Nothing really on the sides.
Do I see anything that's broken?
Engineering.
Okay. Total 18.
Total 18. With the very limited amount of like external sort of engineering on it, it's really hard to tell what what's broken, what's not. you figure something should happen. It seemed like it was almost instantaneous when you experienced it last, but you're not sure. But it seems like there's something that's not working.
Watch a YouTube tutorial.
I'm gonna try to invoke it with my telepathy within Soren, just to see if I can inhabit his mind like I would normally communicate, but just like step inside it, where I would normally say something.
Okay.
Just go in there with.
So you reach out to his mind. What do you say?
Do you feel it, Soren?
What does that mean? I can feel it. Do I feel what?
Can you feel it now,
I don't
Mr.
know.
Krabs?
Do you feel anything?
What did you do to me?
I'm trying to experiment.
Well, what did you do? And I'll tell you if I feel it or not.
Well, I'm not sure if I feel it. I just put a band around your head that's supposed to make us more in tune with our minds and memories. Because when I put this on last time, a fragment of my past came back that I forgot.
Okay.
And
Why
it's
didn't
what
you
it seemed,
say that before?
because I wanted you to be in this state. Maybe we have to be more calm.
Okay.
I don't know.
You want to influence your answer.
The last time I had this done was a man's dying breath.
Well, what did you see?
Well,
A butthole.
I was in a corridor,
Open the-
running down a corridor with a warning lights. I remember yellow flashing lights. Running down a corridor, and I think I stabbed somebody, or I sliced through them and vaulted over them, and ran. And then I think I got smacked in the back of the head.
Weird.
And I think this was on the ship we were on,
Okay. Maybe before you were frozen?
possibly. And they put me into confinement after they caught me. But that was just a fragment. I'm trying to get your fragments.
Okay.
And this might give me those fragments.
Phrasing.
Kids go crazy for those fragments.
And you're really focusing on the like kind of still fuzzy memories. At the time it was vividly clear. And it's like trying to remember each detail was just difficult simply because it was like boom.
Feels like a dream, like you're trying to remember a dream.
Sensory kind of overload for a second. But unfortunately, it just seems like whatever. As far as this is foreign technology to you. Kind of bottom line is that, however these things operate, it seems that it's just not working for one reason or another. You're not sure if it's, between the two of you there's something missing, or if there's something on the devices themselves, or something else. But it's really hard to tell. You're just unfortunately not getting anything.
Well, I'm frustrated, so I'm gonna steal your circle and I'm gonna run back to my corridors.
So you just feel like a sharp kind of like yank, and there's like a slight kind of scrape against his head. You see a little bit of red water.
Inside.
Inside.
Push it back up into the cut.
I just swipe it off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn it. And I'm running out with the circlets and blood in my hands.
And you hear from kind of above you just like a very low, that was very strange.
Agreed.
Now I'm in my
What was
quarters.
it?
I'm testing these things. But
Okay.
I can do whatever.
All right, so you spend the next 3 days testing it. Go ahead and give me a engineering, 3 separate engineering checks actually. Over the, I'm assuming you're spending that like.
I want to figure these things out. I think it'll help us remember. So I'm
Okay.
spend all my time.
So first day, second day, and last day.
First day is, and this is just engineering,
Yep, just engineering.
high 20s, like 26.
26. Okay, second day.
That is just 13.
Mm-hmm. And the third day,
24.
24. So 26, 13, 24.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. Whatever when he gets back, but in this traveling through the drift, it's kind of nice as you guys spare time seeing through the canopy of the cockpit and the various kind of viewports that you could see out your respective rooms. You know, there's sporadic, very distant pieces of what you assume to be some sort of, you know, celestial objects. You know, not large things, but you know, like maybe like the size of an asteroid here, a little bit larger over there, but very far and apart. Your previous travels through the drift, and you know, just kind of the occasional question, if you had one, about you know what it is. Nemo, you know, lets you know that the drift often has sporadic kind of debris within it, and it's unclear as to where that is coming from, but it's not uncommon anymore. It's 300 years after the drift engines have been first created, so it's just kind of commonplace. But you guys eventually reach the appropriate destination within the drift, and with a very kind of resounding, you guys pierce the veil back into the Pact World system, and there in front of you is this large tan orange melding of like rust-colored dust of a planet that you two instantly recognize as
Yo,
Akaton.
bitches.
That must be Akaton.
Yo.
What gave it away?
The color.
I mean, yeah, it's a good first sign.